such an asshole.
All right. This video is sponsored by my book, Worthless, because that way I make more money. Aaron, do you double dip? Yes. Yes, I do. I get the benefits of writing a book that forecasted things like 15 years in advance. Isn't the book only 11 years old? Yes, but you think people are going to change their majors into something intelligent? Anyway, we do have an intelligent young lady here, and she's choosing all the right degrees. The problem is she's choosing about 40 of them. And you guys need to, I'll read through and I'll answer it later, but just the pre-answer. Look, guys, you can't come up to some schmuck in a Ford hat telling me, what should I study? Guys, you got to sit down and figure this stuff out. And unfortunately, maybe I ought to make aims to get into high school age demographics or market, because that's you with the 8 hours a day you spend in school, 7.5 of which are doing nothing. You should be able to spend some of that free time figuring out what you should do in your life, researching different fields, different majors. I know that's hard because the teachers sucked all the will to live and thought out of your brain, that now you're a solid C- student. It's like, oh, I just want it to end. You got to go like on impulse power just to get through the day. You don't even know you're capable of warp 9. There's some nerd humor for you. I got that, but you can't just, oh my God, what do I do? Ah. Well, have you researched it? So let's go through this. She would like to remain anonymous. She is a young lady, nursing assistant, making $18 an hour. I'm thinking of where they're going to the degree information technology, web and mobile information technology, comma, web and mobile programming, comma, or computer science software engineer degree, or computer science, web programming, or just to pursue an associate's in nursing. Have you tried programming? You don't need to go to school for that. There's tutorials online. You could download, what would they call them? Emulators where you program. You can write code in Notepad, plop it in the emulator. You can program websites. You don't need to go to college for that. You can find out whether you like that or not really quick. There's tutorials online how to program. What is programming? You do know what nursing is about because you work as one. So, but you can't judge now. Do you want to go into the world of generally computer programming, computers, or medical? Well, you won't know until you try. Do you want to date Bobby or Steve? Well, you only dated Bobby. You didn't date Steve. How do you know Steve isn't a better guy? No one dated Aaron. All right. Now with the degree, there's a program. Let me make sure I'm recording still. Good. There's a program in which I pay as I go, and the degree would be online. It would cost me $30,000 in total, and 2 to 3 or actual less years to complete. All right. 30,000, 2 to 3 years. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Because I think Western Governors is 6,000 a semester, 6 times. How many semester? 2, 4, 6 times. Yeah, 48. Yeah, that's a good deal. It's a good deal. Assuming it's accredited. Is it accredited? To complete. However, if I pass exams for credits, I would be able to cut the number down. When I was in high school, I also took college credit courses, which can be transferred towards the course's degree. So I calculated the number goes down to 19,413. This is not with scholarships. All right, good. Okay, very affordable. You got a huge problem solved. The finances are taken care of. Even if you got a student loan for that, that's such a low amount, you wouldn't have to worry about it. That's very good. You won't be like your suburbanite female counterparts. Like, I just feel I want to have the college experience at Middlebury. Why am I $300,000 in debt? You won't be poor. Now there is another thing. There's another program I found out a while doing research. There's 2 programs. One is 7 months. The other is a year. Each program has a paid internship for 5 months, and they assist in finding a job. These are the programs: IT help desk, desktop support, 7 months. Business fundamentals, 7 months. No. I can tell you that. Nope. That's why I linked to the book called Worthless, Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. Business is a worthless degree. 1 to 7 months. Yeah, you do not take business fundamentals. Software development, application development, and support 1 year. IT cybersecurity 1 year. All of them actually provide college credits. I can put for the degree tuition free. I don't know whether it's better to do this program first than to do my degree, or do my degree while doing this program. What? Okay. All right. You are complicating this way so much. Let's go back to 1 or 2 videos ago. The purpose in going to college or training program is to get a job. So you do not take a training program and then go to college. This just sounds like doubling the work. And these internships, I mean, it's good if you could get an internship, but it's not the end all be all. And I don't know if this, you don't tell me anything about this degree or program. You just sound like you're just running at everything to calm the F down. Write down on it. Look, you did the math on it, right? Why don't you just do the math? Organize your thoughts a little bit. Oh, I got to do all this studying, dude, the 7 months of business fundamentals. No, out, gone. Whatever that program is, get rid of it. That's not worth 7 months. You could teach yourself an entire computer programming language for that and be imminently more employable. I don't know whether it's better to do this program first and then do my degree, or to do my degree while doing this program. No, you will not do both. You will choose one or the other and do that only. And I would recommend you do your degree because it goes towards a degree. Dude, there's a billion programs out there. This program, that program, this code boot camp, that code boot camp. If you're going to get a degree, get a degree. If you're going to get a degree in a field that helps pay, gets you a job, and that it teaches you what you need to know. That's why you look through the curriculum. This program might help get you a job, but then you wouldn't bother with the degree. But it's going to take you roughly the same amount of time. Get the college degree because that's what employers prefer. There's 2 programs. One is 7 months, other is a year. Each program. Help, IT desk help, no. Business fundamentals, no. I would do the software development. You know what? No, I'm going to simplify this for you. There's another thing. Commute times to the IT and business fundamental one is 1 hour or so. No. Oh, God, jeez, do I have to do this all the time? Okay, dear, you are aware you could get accredited college degrees in pretty much every field you listed. Maybe not the nursing one because you got to do medical stuff, right? But all the IT and computer stuff, you could get accredited degrees online, so you don't have to go to a physical campus. Do you know that? Did you research that? No. The business fundamental? No. That is cancer. Throw that option away. Don't even think about it anymore. So the one in software and cybersecurity is 4 hours away. No. What's wrong with you? What made you think this was a good idea? This school that is offering the program, I'm assuming it's an IT or computer science, that costs you $30,000 and you could whittle it down to $19,413, assuming that's online or within a reasonable distance of you driving to school. Do that one, okay? Or look at your education alternatives online for schools that are accredited and also offer a degree you're interested in, whether it's computer programming or computer science or IT. Again, I recommend you start at Western Governors University, ASU Online. And you simply don't attend schools that require, 4 hours. What is wrong with you people? 4 hours? I want a job to make money in order to have the freedom to do what I want and just enjoy life and try and find a husband. All right. Glad you told me that. The answer is very simple. You will go into computer science. You will learn to program computers and become a software engineer. You will go to the school that it is most affordable, accredited, and ideally is online or convenient for you to take classes because you come from a relatively poor family. You're not from Edina and you need to work and have some money coming in, right? Okay. So I recommend please look online because that's how all the work is done anyway. And you don't have to this isn't like chemical engineering where you got to go to a lab and mix chemicals like Atham. You should be able to find an accredited computer science degree online. You can pursue it part-time while still working as a nurse. Who's leading you kids? I know it's the teachers, but don't you guys like kind of think through a little bit of this on your own? I know your teachers are incredibly stupid, but you guys aren't. Okay, you want to find a husband? It has nothing to do with your degree. I know. The same people that told you have to drive 4 hours round trip and any degree is a good degree, follow heart money, whatever they told you, said, oh yeah, guys really want you to have a degree. No. You want to find a husband, be thin, be hot. Okay. Then also, not just also, meaning and, be nice. But if your main goal is to find a husband, you don't want to date around and goof around or anything like that, you be forthright and upfront with all those guys. Say, I am not interested in dating or having a fling or anything. I want to get married. And maybe you want to have children if you want, put that up front. So then these people don't waste your time. Your dating profile say that I want to get married, find a husband. But I cannot emphasize this enough. Cannot emphasize it. If you want a husband, you have to be pretty. I know there's a book out there called not necessarily the complete opposite, but it's called Women Don't Owe You Pretty. You're right. Men don't owe you a ring then either. Men don't owe you anything. We can both choose to have no interaction with one another. But if you want a husband, and I presume you want to be good looking and make a fair amount of money, be responsible and manly and whatever other good qualities or traits you want in a man, the prettier you are, the higher your chances are. And not or, and in addition to, you will save a lot of time dating guys that are marginal. And, okay, so be thin, be pretty, be nice, and tell the men you're only interested in marriage, not like, tomorrow or anything. You're serious. You're not here for frivolous things. You want to get married. There you go. But that's separate from your degree. And then bonus points. Oh, you're a computer science engineer? Whoa, okay, cool. You don't have $200,000 in debt for your women's studies degree from Middlebury? And you don't hate men? Wow. Okay, I mean, these are going to be pluses that will win over because if a guy's got a choice between a really attractive girl, who has a degree in computer science, no debt, maybe you even own a house, and you like men, all right, versus a girl equally attractive but has got attitude and lip and can't shut up about Marxist feminist theory and has $100,000 debt for a master's degree in sociology and hates the patriarchy and all that, you're going to win. You're going to win. All right. That's where that nice thing comes in, but also being sane and fiscally responsible. So that'll help you not necessarily win in the husband department, but increase your chances drastically. Maybe create a business. You're not there yet. You don't even know what you're majoring in. You're all over the place. No. What was that again? You will get a degree. You will get a job. You will make some money and you will get stable. Then you can worry about starting a business. Matter of fact, what I would recommend you do is you try to find your husband before you start a business. And while you're in computer science class, look around. I know they're kind of nerdy. Maybe you go across the hallway to look at those sexy mechanical engineering majors, but look around. You want a quality husband? They're there. That's where those guys are. Your engineers, your computer programmers, your smart guys. I'm not saying you have to go out with them. Admittedly, a lot of them are pretty ugly and homely looking, but there should be the occasional good looking guy while you're in and there might be an argument for you to go to a physical school. I would not go to a physical school to meet a guy. But if you have to go to a physical school, keep an eye open. And then when you have to take your mandatory lesbian dance theory and all the soy boys are there, you don't ask those guys out. You don't ask them. You don't talk to Tanner or Madison or whatever they're naming these kids nowadays. I came from a supportive immigrant parents that came from nothing. There's only a limit what they could teach me, and so I try my best to be resourceful. Here you go, guys. Well, you know what? I should have you send me a couple pictures. We got some good guys out here. Graduated with an honors GPA of 4.33. There you guys go. Now, here's why I think you should go into computer programming and know learning languages Spanish, Chinese, Mandarin, and Cantonese, English, and learning German and French. Well, I mean, not to draw too simple a parallel, but those are human languages. If you can learn all those languages, you probably have a very good penchant and ability to learn computer languages. And I know you maybe really like learning languages, but stop. Okay, stop. You're spreading yourself too thin. You got a job, you want to go to school, and you are becoming a polyglot, which is fine. That's a nice hobby to have. Stop. Get a degree first in computer programming or computer science with an emphasis on programming. Get a job, work hard, and then maybe, are you visiting these places? It seems stupid to me to learn all these languages but not visit these places. Although, look at me. I did go to Switzerland and use some of my German. Wie geht's? Wo ist die Freundin? Ja, ich bin ein Amerikaner. Sehr gut, ja. Wo ist die Haus in die Klaus? Or Klaus in die Haus? My father was a welder and my mother stayed at home. And the people around me, I just don't really connect with a whole lot. All I get is just do what you love and it will follow concept from my previous high school counselors. Yes, they're high school counselors. They're failures. They're miserable. I'm not joking. Think about that. You are a high school, not you, but metaphorical, you are a high school counselor. You don't know anything about life. You have a degree in education that you got by going to school after going to school, K through 12. You went to college. So you went to college. You went to school more to learn how to go back to school, to work in school, to tell school kids what to do. Right. High school counselors don't know anything. They told me I should just, which was a full, wait, what? They told me I should just go to a private college, which was full ride. I went for a few months before I dropped out, and it felt like a prison with students with dead eyes and lots of classes I didn't need. There you go. There you go. Good for you, sweetie. Good for you. Good for you. Also, I wasn't truly a full ride since I had to pay at least 2 years, which was $80,000. My book cost $12.95. $12.95. $12. And trying to find friends to talk about topics I enjoy is very hard. Yeah, you went to a liberal arts private college. You're dealing with your average American college student, and they're all morons. This is why you got to get computer science. Get the nerds. Get the few smart people. That's why I come to you for some hard advice. Some advice on husband fishing in the United States, as well as friendship making. Well, don't worry about the friends. And I'll be honest, most people your age are idiots and morons. I don't know if you're going to make a lot of friends. If you're going to make friends, and that might be a reason you want to go to a physical school. for the social reasons, but not if you got to commute 4 hours. But find a local school, get your prereqs out of the way, blah, blah, blah. I still think you should go online, but it's up to you. Join the computer programming club or the rocket club or the nerd club or whatever it is. But you're really just going to be there to get your degree. And most colleges and universities are Marxist leftist crap holes, and they're not hardworking people like you or your immigrant background and culture as traditional culture is trained you to be. They're spoiled American worthless pieces of crap. It really is the largest adult babysitting operation where America's adult children go and act like children and we babysit them. So yeah, let's do this. You're going to find a program, computer science. Become a software engineer where you learn to program computer languages. All right. You're very good at languages. I can't imagine it's going to be that hard to switch over to C#, COBOL, Fortran. Cap, are you that old? Yes. Python, whatever the other ones are, newer ones, obviously. Find out what pays the most, learn that. If you could teach yourself all these languages, you could certainly teach yourself. You don't have to go to school to learn the languages. If you want to start now, you could. I mean, you could just start that right today, which wouldn't hurt. But find a degree, computer science, find a program online or in person that's affordable and doesn't take long to drive to. Get your degree and just be on the lookout if you're on a physical campus for some smart guys. I mean, if I can, you're younger though. That's the paradox. You're so young, you want to get married. There's not a lot of guys. I'll tell you this. I'm going to give you the same advice I give to all the immigrant or first generation Americans, but they're all male. I'm going to give you the same advice. I would go back to the home country to try and find a guy when you're ready to get married. Because there's cultural similarities and it just seems to have a higher success rate. And I do know, and there are quality American men here. But they're going to be 30 plus, because that's when they finally get their heads out of their ass and figure out things, because they've been lied to their entire life. So they're not husband capable until they're somewhat significantly older than you, which might be too old. But if you want, why don't you email me some pictures of yourself? Let me know your age range. I'll see what I can do. I got guys. I got an inventory of guys. Can't promise you nothing, but maybe it hits. Maybe you guys hit it off. As for friends, hopefully you find them as they come, but I'm afraid with that GPA, sweetheart, you're also going to want to read Curse of the High IQ. Get that book and read it. It's not so much your immigrant culture that's going to keep you from finding friends and say you're just too damn smart and Americans are too damn stupid. And I'm not saying that to be edgy. I'm just saying it because it's true. And then, all right, so let's go through. Here's your game plan, all right? Write this down, Cliff Notes version. 1, find a computer science program that's accredited and is affordable. 2, stop it with studying all the languages and instead focus on learning one computer language that, based on your research, offers the most amount of pay. Or you can add it to your resume and start applying for jobs sooner than later. 3, stay in shape. I'm assuming you're in shape if you're an immigrant. The fatness hasn't gotten to your culture yet. Don't be desperate for husband. Don't be boy crazy. But be thin, be pretty. Go to the gym, eat healthy. And if you're going to a physical school, or maybe if you're going out, dress nice. Don't dress like a slut. Okay? But put on some nice heels. Put on a nice little dress. All right? Nothing too flashy, but just look feminine. If you see a guy you think is cute, smile at him, and then go away. See if he chases you. I mean, asks you out, not stalks you. But that's about all you could do in the husband department. You know what? On the side, learn to ballroom dance. You might find some guys that way. But don't worry about the husbands. Friends, join some nerd, intellectual, cool social groups, whether that's at college or nearby, like meetup groups. Like there's programming meetups. Those would be kind of cool. Go to a programming meetup. They got those. I see. I'm like, oh, I wish I learned R or Ruby. So that's something you can get into. Then you get a job, and then with the husband, you just got to keep a keen eye. And I'm going to tell you something, man. The women in this country, one, have deterred men by being not pleasant, not being physically attractive either. So men are not accustomed, especially the younger at your age, they're not accustomed to asking girls out because one, there's really not a lot of incentive to. Two, a lot of boys are scared. In part because they're cowards and weaklings and they never ask girls out. Also because the lines of what is considered harassment is being blurred. And and then when you mix in alcohol, that whoa, no, which is a bad combination. But yeah, so the point I'm trying to make is that you may have to ask guys out, which you may not want to do, but get to talking to a guy, blah, blah, blah. And you may just have to, take the reins. Like, you could do are you going to ask me out? You could do that old 1940s movie girl move. You ever going to ask me out? But then if you really want to find a husband, I'd almost find a guy back in the home country because it just seems to work better. It really does. And then friends, go read Curse of the High IQ and Evan take some ballroom dancing classes. There you go. Oh, also, you paid me twice, so I reimbursed you for the double pay. So you should have that back on your thing. All right. There we go. Let's go through the super chats here. If we have any. Weewoo, $2. Missed your appearance on Chad's show, paying dues. It's not Chad's show. That was my show. Chad was the guest, but everyone tuned in and donated copious amounts of super chats, which I had to split with him. Thank you very much. Scrolling. Me, Mike, $2. Is that a pocket protector? Or are you happy to see me? Are those even things anymore? Pocket protectors? Scrolling. Donna Hadford, $5 Australian super sticker. I don't know what it is, Don. I can't see the super stickers. Hopefully it was something nice, heartwarming, and Australian. Like a fluffy kangaroo. Scrolling. That's it. There you go. Questions, answers, AnswerConsulting.com. Get the book below. See you guys later. Toodles.